What is going on, dudes? My name is Nidokings. I'm your coach of your Kansas City Nidokings, and today we have our team prep for our first DBL match of the season. Yes! We are up against Diglett Dreams. I hacked him out terribly in the last time we played. I felt real bad for him, but I ended up winning. I think it was like 3 or 4-0, something like that. Either way, here with me today I have Jadrick.
Yo, what's up, guys?
He helped me build my team for this week, so we're gonna get into the team prep very quickly. Starting off, we have Veller, our Alolan Golem. Actually, if you didn't check out the draft video, you should go check it out and see why I drafted these Pokemon. Also want to mention that I have a week 1 transaction. I dropped Araquanid and picked up Mudsdale, because Mudsdale got dropped from the team he was drafted by. So, woo! That was fun. One of my favorite Pokemon. I just got added to my roster, so that'll be sick. I wanted to bring it this week, but I can't, so. Anyways, we're starting off with Veller, our Alolan Golem, holding the leftovers with Galvanize, which makes normal type moves really good electric type moves, with Stone Edge, Stealth Rocks, Roar, and Earthquake. Actually, I never mentioned his team again. I always somehow forget to do that. Magnezone, Alola, Ninetales, Mantine, Tyranitar, Delphox, Dragonite, Bruzeon, Swampert, Archeops, Toxicroak, and Mega Camerupt. So, he's got a pretty good team, and immediately when you look at it, one thing that stands out is Earthquake.
Yes.
So that was really the whole driving force behind this team, is having a Pokemon with Earthquake that can actually kick butt and whatnot. So, Veller here is Earthquake because it hits really good on the rest of his team, and the Pokemon that resist it or unaffected by it get hit by Stone Edge really hard.
Yep. Which
is literally the rest of them.
Indeed.
Tyranitar is the only one that doesn't get hit. Well, Tyranitar and Bruzeon are the only two who don't get hit by super effective by each. He's got several Pokemon that are weak to rocks, so we decided to run Stealth Rocks, and rather than running an electric type move, which really only helps me against one Pokemon, we went with Roar, so if I can get some of those whatnot. And because I have a lot of special defense investment, hopefully I can live and attack and whatnot. I should actually share my screen so you can make some input, because you help build the team.
That's a good idea.
Alright, so we decided to run the Careful Nature. We don't need anything in special attack on this guy. We have 200 in special defense because I boosted it to a pretty respectable number. Well, it's not fairly close at all to defense, but it'll allow him to live some special hit from something, I suppose.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, it already has good defense. We just max out its HP, make it bulky enough, and then put 56 in attack so we can do more damage with Stone Edge and Earthquake.
Indeed.
And leftovers just because he needs HP rather than Assault Vest, because Assault Vest won't work this week. And next up, we have one of my favorite Pokemon ever in League play. It's Kitty the Electivire. We are running a Scarf Motor Drive set. The reason we're running Motor Drive is because he has that Magnezone and he has the ability to Volt Switch and whatnot. So if I can predict that, I can get a speed boost, and that'll be really nice, even though I won't need it with the Scarf. Yeah. So, it's always fun. But Earthquake, once again, works really nice against his entire team. Rock hits everything else pretty much very nicely. Ice Punch, for the reason, like, Virizion is the only one of his Pokemon unaffected by both, really. So, Ice Punch hits that really hard.
It'll also hit the Tyranitar that you were having a little trouble with.
Yes. And the Dragonite. That'll just do so much damage to the Dragonite.
True. And
then Thunder Punch, because it's Stab, and the one Pokemon that I was thinking about bringing an Electric-type move on, because that was the only one we needed on, would be Mantine, because it being 4 times weak, and it being a bulky Pokemon to begin with.
True.
But we were running a Physical Scarf set, pretty simple. We're running an Adamant Nature, because his fastest Pokemon is Archeops, I believe. We looked this up the other day. Archeops is, I believe, 110? And Alolan Ninetales is 109. So, either way, Electivire outspeeds with the Scarf. So we decided to run Adamant and get some extra firepower in this Pokemon.
Indeed.
And yeah, max attack, max speed, 4 in special defense, because why not? So, next up we have probably going to be my MVP of the season. We'll have to see, but I think that's what's going to happen. But we have Rem, our Mega Gardevoir, here today with Synchronized, because it doesn't matter, it's going to get turned into Pixelate no matter what. Rockin' Hyper Voice, Psychic, Focus Blast, and Hidden Power Fire. So, I mean, in theory, Moonblast is better than Hyper Voice because of the ability that it does 5 base more damage. But if he has something that wants to go and set up a substitute, Hyper Voice hits around the substitute being a sound-based move. So, it works really nicely. Psychic hits the only other Pokemon that are neutral against it. Actually, it literally hits everything for at least neutral, except for Magnezone.
Yeah.
And both moves do.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's crazy.
I know. Fairy's so good. But Focus Blast is for that Magnezone, which is takes Fairy very nicely. And then I guess if the Tyranitar wants to come in or something like that, it just obliterate the thing. So yeah. And we're rocking Hidden Power Fire, I guess, for the Magnezone, but as well as a Virizion, because that could be helpful. Because it works better than Ice, because it hits more Pokemon than Ice does. Alola Ninetales was the Pokemon we originally ran it for.
Yes.
The set that it recommends is Bulky Special Sweeper, but nah, you gotta run this thing. This thing is incredible, and Hidden Power Fire is like perfect, because then I can have 0 EVs in attack and be perfectly fine.
Yep.
So, we're running max special attack, max speed with 4 in defense, because it's got a low defense stat. And this thing will boost it up to base 100 speed after the turn after it gets Mega Evolved. So, this thing is going to be outspeeding and hitting super hard.
Honestly, if you look at that special attack stat, and then you just think about Calm Mining, I would be terrified.
Predict the switch, and it just works perfect.
My goodness.
With no speed investment, Gardevoir outspeeds both Archeops and Alola Ninetales. So, at this point. So, I'm excited. I'm so excited to use Gardevoir this season. I've been wanting to use it ever since the last season ended. I really wanted to pick Gardevoir up. I love Mega Pinsir, but Gardevoir, come on. I gotta have it.
And by the way, go watch RE0 if you guys don't get the name reference.
Exactly. You should too, Jadek.
Yes, I know.
He knows the reference, but everything is good except the ending, and the ending still irritates the crap out of me. Right. Yeah. Next up, we have our Napoleon Bobat. The reason I named it this is because the first Pokemon I ever bred for a nature was a Piplup, and I named it Bubblebutt in black, or in white, and I don't know why I did, and I'm just gonna continue with the name, because why not? We're running a Rocky Helmet because this thing is a bulky physical Pokemon. It can take hits from literally everything on his team. Earthquake will hurt from several of his Pokemon, but I know I can live one. And Rocky Helmet for moves that hit physically will do extra damage to those Pokemon. Like Dragonite, if he brings a Banded Dragonite or something like that with like Fire Punch or Outrage or something like that, you hit me and you're going to take Rocky Helmet damage every single time.
Yep.
And it's just going to be very nice. We're running Defog because my team isn't really super weak to rocks, but he has several Pokemon who can set rocks up.
Potentially,
yep. Chip damage does eventually matter when it comes to Pokemon. If I get my rocks up, he is actually, since he has so many Pokemon that are weak to rock, like the Alolan Ninetales, Mantine, Delphox, Dragonite, Archeops.
Mantine.
Yeah, I think I said Mantine, I don't remember,
but
it doesn't matter. Rock hits really nicely on this team, so a bunch of Pokemon will take a lot of damage. Knock off if I want to knock a Scarf or a Band off something that possibly has one, or just predict the switch into my... predict something to swap into my Empoleon because it can't really touch it, And then max special, or not max special attack, Scald. I don't know why I said max special attack, that doesn't even make any sense. But we're running Scald, mainly. Scald can burn, so Scald is a really useful move. This thing already has a much higher special attack stat, even with the impish nature, it doesn't really hurt the it doesn't, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, is what I'm trying to say.
You don't lose much.
Yeah. So, and water hits his team pretty good, too.
Yeah. Especially if you get that burn.
Exactly. He does have the Mantine being a water, having water absorb. So, definitely Bubblebutt does not match up well against the Mantine. We're running Defiant mainly for the reason that I just didn't really want to run Torrent.
Hey man, works for me.
Most likely this thing is not going to live on low HP. It's probably just going to be knocked out from half health or something like that by an Earthquake. So, I don't think it's
You never know.
I know. I don't think it's going to get in a Torrent range. And even then, I'm not sure if I'd outspeed in order to get the Torrent boost for Scald. So,
yeah.
Max HP, max physical defense with 4 in attack. So, alright, next up we have Felicia the Chansey, the Pokemon that I franchised. One of the most irritating Pokemon to battle against.
One of the most irritating.
I have another one of those, and he has one. But we're running Eviolite because obviously that's like the best item to run on Chansey because of its terrible defenses and it being not fully evolved. Natural Cure just in case, specifically for the reason that we're running Rest.
We are running Rest.
So this is a really crazy set that I wanted to go with because I didn't want to run the typical Chansey set right off the bat because Chansey sucks to battle against. Like, I hate battling against Chansey. I hate battling against Miltank. I hate battling against Umbreon because...
Oh, that's right. I have Miltank, too.
Yeah, because they're such good stall Pokemon. Like, it's absurd. But we're running Rest, Sleep Talk, and Toxic and Hyper Voice. Mainly for the reason that Hyper Voice is probably its strongest move that it gets, I would think. I don't know if it can get Hyper Beam, but I don't think Hyper Beam is a good move for Chansey.
Yeah. No.
But we're running the typical EV spread on Chansey, which is almost max HP, putting a little bit in special attack because of the Hyper Voice, and then maxing out its physical defense with a Bold Nature. So, you're the one who created that amazing Shuckle set that won you the game, so you know.
That's true. I just forgot about Natural Cure. For some reason, my mind was thinking that it wakes you up immediately, but it's like when you switch, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you could stay in there and sleep talk till your birds come home. I don't even know what that means.
It's not early bird, so, you know. Our final Pokemon that we're bringing this week is Bob Saget the Scrafty. I didn't really have a better name for it, and I think I've named them, like, Hooligan? I don't remember. I just decided to name it Bob Saget
Hooligan.
this week. Yeah.
That works.
Running Leftovers because this thing is a bulky Pokemon. We're running Moxie just in case if I'm able to, like, you know, set up a couple D-dances and then just run through the team. That would be pretty nice. We're running Taunt. I guess...
Great.
I don't know why we're running Taunt, really. I'm not sure what Pokemon it super helps against.
I'm not sure. But... This team isn't probably the best suited.
So we could just change this real quick on the fly. Crunch, why not? Stab. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna run Crunch now.
No,
instead.
Actually, I don't know if Bob Saget can learn it, but if he could, Bounce would be pretty good against a couple of the Pokemon.
I mean, that would... Yeah, he can't. He doesn't have them hops.
Yeah, it would be pretty sick. Yeah, he doesn't. He those pants. He can't pull them up.
I didn't even give this guy a nature. We didn't fin... Oh, well, I guess it just didn't save my set. That's probably what happened. Okay, I don't know why our set wasn't saved, but that's okay. It's funny, is I wasn't... Oh, well, that's... I don't know what happened there. But anyways, I'm gonna finish up this team real quick. Finish up what's going on here. We're running D-Dance, Dragon, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, and Crunch. Because this team entirely... He's only got really one answer to this Pokemon, being that Alolan Ninetales, and possibly the Delphox, and there he is. What happened there?
My internet crashed.
Oh, well, that was weird.
Yeah.
But Dragon Dance, if I get the opportunity to set up, get some, because this thing is slow already, so just get some speed and attack boost in. And actually, do you get Swords Dance? I may run Swords Dance over this, because I would probably have to get a lot of, what do you call them?
D-dances.
A couple, yeah, I can't outspeed, that's the issue.
Yeah.
So, we're just gonna run Dragon Dance, boost some attack, because why not? And speed, which won't really help in this situation. But this thing is bulky already with base 115 defenses, and then base 65 HP. So, maxing out its HP and maxing out its attack, giving it an adamant nature, make this thing hit hard and also be able to live a lot of attacks.
Indeed.
The one thing it will not be able to live is most likely like a Moonblast from Alolan Ninetales, even though it's got such good special defense. Yeah, that's just a lot of damage.
You never know. You could catch the Alolan Ninetales switching in and get a really good Drain Punch off if you're +1 or 2 already.
True dat. I can actually look up Scrafty versus Alolan Ninetales.
It does get Iron Head, right?
Iron Head is probably better than Crunch in this situation.
I'm pretty sure in the anime, Ash is the one that had Iron Head.
Well, actually, this thing can't touch the Delphox if it doesn't have Crunch. So we'll just stick with Crunch. Because a Drain Punch will do a number to the Alolan Ninetales anyway.
And you get HP back.
Yep. And anyways, max HP, max attack, adamant nature, forward special defense. And that is the team we're running for Diglett Dreams. So it's going to be an interesting match, and I'm really hoping we can pull out a victory. So we'll see you all in the battle.
Bye.
All right.
He actually messaged you in my battle chat and asked if you were ready to battle, but I assume you already know that.
Yep, he sent me a thing with a question mark.
Alright, well, I guess I'll watch.
I will send you an invite.
I was just gonna watch from here, but that works.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm recording this anyways. I mean,
I'll just not talk.